Your angels are asking you, like, what are you expecting today? I feel like some of you are going to be receiving a sign from your spirit guide, whether that's in your dream or whether that's like an animal, okay? Something on the screen that's going to be really prevalent to you, okay? The movie Pinocchio is also coming up, like puppeteers, and you're going to know this message is for you because you're going to feel an intuitive nudge. You are here still listening, and as always, follow your intuition. The first thing that came up, like as I was channeling for this group, is what are you expecting today? I feel like some of you used to have people-pleasing tendencies, maybe even in ways that you didn't even realize, because I feel like it went beneath the surface of just like saying yes to things. Okay, maybe it was also just being okay with, like, I'm getting going with the flow. That's what I'm hearing. Sometimes going with the flow, everything has a light and a dark, right? And I feel like sometimes going with the flow can take you out of you making your own decisions, right? Because you want to go with the flow, you want to, yeah, you know what, I'm not gonna try to control, but what I'm hearing with this is like, especially this, something about this weekend, like this sounds so like particular, but I'm getting like this energy of you just stepping into this version that you want to be, this version that you are becoming, okay? This version that you see yourself as, see your higher self as, okay? And I have a note here from yesterday, which is funny because I didn't say it in yesterday's message for some reason, but like it's coming through now for this message, and this is exactly why. It was belief versus knowing, okay? It's like you can, I feel like you're very faith-filled, okay? And you've been working on becoming yourself, but I feel like there's this mindset of like, it's going to happen versus I'm already it, okay? So I feel like this is almost like a perspective. Like spirit wants you to be very aware, specifically this weekend. Like something about this weekend is standing out. Maybe you have plans or something, and it's like, what I'm hearing is like, make sure that it aligns with you. Make sure that it aligns with your higher self. Make sure that you are not being controlled, that this is fully your decision. Okay, like, I don't know, the way that I saw Knight of Swords too, it could be something that people may be rushing you to give you an answer, like, oh, are you gonna be able to come, and like you feel like you have to maybe give them an answer right away, confirmation. So something with the voice as well, where you may have to speak up. But again, what I'm hearing with this, my loves, is like, it's going to really shift. Sometimes I feel like the message is coming through here is like, sometimes healing is not even like these big shadow work things that we have to do every time, right? Sometimes it is like a big thing we have to uncover and heal through. But what I'm getting here, it's almost like I said, it's like read between the lines is what I'm hearing, what I just heard. Belief versus knowing, okay? This is not, oh, I believe that like one day I'm going to, you know, be at the top of the company, versus I already know I'm this person. I'm gonna start showing up as this person, and I'm gonna make decisions as this person, okay? And that's the energy that I'm getting here. Thank you, Source. It's like not so much going with the flow. The Tower, which is crazy, 333, because this came up yesterday. Well, confirmation, and look at the bottom, 10 of Swords. I feel like this is gonna shift you from a group that you are around, okay? So it could be like people that you're around, but also I feel like this is something that's going to completely shift your trajectory, again, in the best way possible, because it's like you're making decisions. But here's the thing, it's like, oh my gosh, what I'm hearing is like, you know, when you make a decision as your higher self, the universe is going to start moving things around, and sometimes we lose people in that process and we don't understand why. So I'm also hearing that maybe you are like kind of afraid. Look at the 10 of Pentacles though. It's like immediately Source is telling you like, nothing that you do for your highest good is going to, like, this is the opposite. This decision that you make as your higher self is actually going to be the catalyst. The Justice card, something else is here. The Temperance, to rebalance, reharmonize. I feel like there's something that's out of alignment right now, and by you taking this, like taking the charge and being like, I again, with that Justice card and Temperance, I'm hearing like your mind make a very logical, kind, right? Like you don't have to, again, what I'm hearing, maybe you're battling between the like being kind but also being real, but again, nothing that you do for your higher self is going to damage any of the parties. Sometimes it's more damaging to stay in a friendship or in a connection just because of your fear of losing them. It actually hurts them as well. And look at the Ace of Pentacles. God never removes without giving you something better, without giving you a better opportunity. But it's like you have to be okay with letting that go. You have to be okay with detachment. You have to be okay, again, what I'm getting with this is like being your own person, not letting someone else pull the strings. Thank you, Source. You have to really think about that self. 9 of Pentacles. There is a version of you that's waiting to bloom. And what I'm hearing is like, this has to happen in order for you to bloom. Yeah. These connections are going to be severed. But what's on the other side is the version of you that you dream of. You can't wonder why. Sometimes God is protecting you from something in the future that you don't even see. Funny enough, something just came up in my head that I was talking about to my husband. Confirmation. And I said, sometimes you get those gut feelings about a person and you don't understand why in the moment. You're like, this person is so nice. This person is so, I have fun with them. I have a great time with them. I have great conversation. Why is God telling me not to do this? Why is God asking me to cut those strings? Why is God asking me to make sure that I'm making my, bringing up that discernment or that awareness? And it's literally sometimes because you don't see what's in the future and God does. They could be protecting you from something in the future that you cannot even make up or come up with in your head, because it's like something that would happen if you stayed in a situation by force. But it's like this situation is meant to kind of end. I'm hearing it was maybe a phase in your life. You learned your lessons from it, but it's holding you from your greatest potential. So what I'm hearing is whatever a situation here, the Emperor, is coming up where you feel like you must go with the flow, or if that's coming up where you're like, let me just be more, go with the flow about it, let me be more cool about it. Ooh, the Magician and the Emperor, that is where the mystery lies. That is where the answer lies. And Spirit is asking you to put your Emperor energy, set those boundaries, and do what your higher self would do, because this is what you're here for. This is what life is about. It's not about attaching yourself to a connection, a friendship, or even a mindset. It's about allowing and accepting that new mindset to come through so that you can make it happen. And you can make it happen. You just have to let some things go that may be holding you back, even if you don't realize, because you're ready to become your higher self. 808, I'm sending you so much light, love, and gratitude.